You know, my dearest friends and families, brothers and sisters, all, particularly of Guyana and the Guyanese diaspora, it is truly a painful time for all Guyana. People are about to explode. Some people are being paid and put to protest and threaten people like observers and reporters and so on. One day, if there is a national inquiry as to what happened this election, all of that will come out, and I'm going to ask the winner, and sadly I would say the winner takes all policy, to try and conduct a commission of inquiry of large-scale proportion in Guyana. But ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, I'm really worried about what's going on. And the more it goes on, some people are misconstruing a message you might send. Some people are causing heartache and trying to spread pandemonium and fear, bullyism, and so on. Somebody's place got burned down in Region 5. That's a terrible thing. We have seen cases where people do their own burning down to get a better one from the people who are sponsoring them or the people that they support. We have seen cases where a political party or an institution in politics might have burnt it down to create a kind of a galvanizing of their people and sympathy. Same thing with the owners. But then it is also possible that wildcat people, not an organized conspiracy of any political party, but the wildcat people, I like to call them wildcatters, politico saboteurs, who do these things thinking they are doing something good for their party. So we have seen in the ancient time sugarcane being burnt. Recently we saw a field being burnt. This is not good. These wildcatters need to rein themselves in and behave. And if you are to do any kind of a protest, it must be done in a decent and intellectual way without the influence of alcohol, cajoling, or anybody teaching and giving lessons or sign language how to behave, when to raise your voice, and when to create the terror, and when to embarrass people in public, and so on. Guyana, as I said before, and many other people are saying, is on the threshold of greatness. And this is only scaring our investors, and then now I was made to understand, and you too, my friends and families, generally, that ExxonMobil will suspend their operations, but whatever expenses is incurred, I don't understand that system, Guyana has to pay for all their losses and expenses to maintain things while we are trying to sort our political issue. Friends and families, I don't know what has happened to our country that till now we can't get a proper count. Some people are waiting for a court case which was filed by a candidate of what was the governing party. Then people of the opposition filed their injunctions, and the court had granted for a recount, which was granted. CARICOM agreed to the president's request. CARICOM agreed. They came within hours. The Honorable Mia Motley said it seems that there are people in Guyana who do not want the recount to take place under their supervision for whatever reasons. That is left to views and opinions. The thing about it, let the chips fall where they may. If a government is wrongfully sworn in, with a false declaration. And you know, when we share these things, some persons try to turn it into a race thing. If you don't agree with a thing by GCOM, illegalities is going on, you become racial. Me, of all persons, they even accuse. Jerry Gavaya is accused. Anybody who don't agree with them suddenly turn racial. If you disagree with a point of the political entity that they like, you turn racial. And unfortunately, it's some of the same when it goes to the PPP side. If you don't agree with some of their guys, they believe also that you're racial. Guyana needs to grow up. So this is my message, to accept reality. If a person is not blessed by God for leadership, sons overthrow in history their fathers and kill them, their brothers, to get power. But they were not sanctioned by God, and they turn out to be tyrants. We've seen many decades of Guyana when we suffered in this country. But during that time, certain good things was done, and I like to give credit, particularly the thrust in agriculture. Friends and families, brothers and sisters around the world, let us wake up, smell the coffee. Leaders of parties, let us come to an understanding who win the election, but we come to an understanding that we into the future, we must change the system of governance. Cannot be winner take all. It has to come to an end. And Guyana will truly prosper then. Everyone will feel that they are part of the development and the spoils or the wealth of the nation. And their peoples would be protected by their officers and officials that they have elected. We have to change the system. The winner-takes-all policy cannot work. And politicians, when they get into power, they seem to like it. I recall when the APNU was campaigning, they said they would have changed the system. But they didn't. I remember when the PPP took power since 1993, 92, 93, they were supposed to also change the system. Little things happen with the Constitution, but nothing substantial to make all of us, the entire country, feel as a part of the development, growth, and a wealth of this country. I keep on saying, anybody that votes for race or support a race is unfit to be a Guyanese. We cannot be a racist people. We have learned over the hundreds of years we have been together to share and to live and to develop and grow. The hate that has been pushed recently will not go away very easily. And we, as a people, will suffer the consequence of trying to rebuild national cohesion, harmony, goodwill, love, peace, joy. It will take some time. Let's do the recount in Region 4 or throughout the country. Who takes the championship and the reins of government? Que sera, sera. What is to be, will be. And who does not take it must work with the government of the day. Critical support for the development and the enhancement of our country and our peoples. This is my message here to you today, friends and families around the world. All our hearts are aching. All of us want peace. None of us want sanctions for our country. And even if there has to be sanctions, it must be individual persons, not the country. Let's not allow the country to fall apart and into a state of anarchy and degradation. This is our country. We must love our country, and we must appreciate and respect any leader, whoever they may be, whoever wins the election. This is your friend, your brother, Haji, brother Roshan Khan, saying thank you for listening and wishing you Farewell, French.